Shalom Yasharala. This is the brother Ra'aya of the GMS New Orleans camp coming at you with a quick lesson. But before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure to the end. And I'm going to start it off with Revelation chapter 12, verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. And that's the point I wanted to hearken in on in Revelation 12, verse 11. And they loved not their lives unto the death. Because a lot of brothers have been going into this topic lately about how, hey, as we build up more and more in the spirit, in this truth of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, we come to hate this world more and hasten the coming of the end of this society and the coming of the beginning of our society, our kingdom of heaven, when righteousness shall rule for eternity. And really, there's nothing we should be looking back to in the society and hoping for or lusting after. Once we get a true understanding of how wicked this place is, hey, there is no looking back, or there should be no looking back, and there definitely should be no going back. Because not only is this place going to get destroyed, but everything is defiled and tainted and polluted, from the food to the air to the women of our nation, etc., etc. So this is just an exhortation to you sincere Akim and Akwat out there, hey, to keep strong and keep pushing forward and enduring in the faith of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, because we are almost out of here. We can see the finish line, and there is nothing and there should be nothing in this society to make you want to look back like Lot's wife and go back to this society. Because as the brother in our camp Kabar always says, hey, if you love it and you don't want to leave it, hey, you're gonna burn with it, because that's the ultimate fate of anything you don't want to let go to in this world that you put over the truth. Hey, you're gonna get burned with it as well. But now I'm gonna go to Micah chapter 2, verse 10. Arise ye and depart spiritually, which is what we're doing right now, arising and departing spiritually from the mindset, this Babylonian mindset of this world, into the righteous spiritual mindset of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, looking into the path, the old paths of our forefathers, and seeing the right way to walk and building ourselves accordingly, changing up our diets, our mindsets, and just the way we interact with people, and especially the way we interact with our brothers in this truth. Bringing back that old way of showing love and brotherhood and sincerity, and not the ways of niggas and whores and gangsters in this world, which is what just completely broken up our society and look, made us into what the majority of our people are right now, a bunch of goons and goblins and demons. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This wicked kingdom is not our rest. Hey, this was our punishment for us going off, for following after the ways of this world. But for the majority of our people who don't want to accept this word and haven't woken up, what? They see this as their rest. That's why they're constantly in this rat race with these other heathens, continually getting broken down, continually getting the curses put on them, and ultimately, what? Going to get led towards death and destruction. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with the sword destruction. Point blank, period. That's the ultimate result of being rebellious and going down to Egypt for help, going down to spiritual Egypt and Pharaoh, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and this Babylonian American system for help, instead of going to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. It's ultimately going to lead to your destruction. As it says in Isaiah 31, they that helpeth and they that are hoping to the system shall both fall down. That's the ultimate end of trying to cleave under this system, is nothing but death and destruction. And then you come back into the kingdom with that memorial of one that was rebellious and hard-headed and wanted to live after these filthy heathens and not live after your power, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And when you have an understanding of the scriptures, it just makes it that much easier to give up everything on this society. And best believe Hey, it's much easier said than done because we're still in these defiled bodies and still have the lust of these flesh that still tug at us. And this quick hit is also a little bit of a laying back off of the brother Qua'ara from the Houston camp, Shaluwamak, on the lesson he did breaking down Psalm 73, where I'm gonna get it right here. I believe it was the brother Asaph. He had a little mortal moment where a Psalm of Asaph, a little mortal moment where he was envying the wicked because he saw the wicked out there during his time just prospering. They didn't seem to be getting afflicted with demons. They were in good health. They were just living it up deliciously. But as it's about to go into, and when you understand the scriptures, you know the latter end of the wicked for living those wicked lifestyles. So what? That knocks your mind back into the right place, knocks you back into course, knowing, hey, we have to suffer for this little season, but ultimately we're going to gain and reap an eternal reward of righteousness. But this is Psalm 73. I'll start at verse 2, and I'm gonna read the heading. The end of the wicked contrasted with that of the righteous. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. The brother Asaph, he had a mortal moment where, again, he saw the ways of the wicked and their prosperity, and he just got down in the spirit because he was trying to follow after a life of righteousness like we were. And what? For him to feel that way, he was getting his ass kicked in the spirit like we get our ass kicked in the spirit. But again, as he understood the scriptures, as we do, we know what the latter end of the wicked is. And it's not worth giving up this truth for anything in that ultimate reward. Helicopter pass. Verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, and their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. And this is ultimately talking about these Edomites, the so-called white people out here. They look like, even though we know they're going down, they still, a lot of them are still living deliciously. They got the nice cars, the nice houses, the jobs. They just pretty much do whatever they want without repercussions. And if you're constantly getting beat down, you're trying to follow after the righteous path, and sometimes it brings you down in the spirit. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They're in power, and we're on the low right now, and they speak of our trials and tribulations as nothing, as a joke. Get over it. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. They curse the Most High, and it doesn't seem like anything's, happening against them. Therefore, his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out of them. And they say, how doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. Verily, I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning for following after the ways of righteousness. Hey, this is the fiery trial we got to go through. And if I say, I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. Verse 17, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then I understood therein. And the sanctuary of the Most High is the understanding of these scriptures and these prophecies. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. Because for living a wicked lifestyle, there comes a recompense, a judgment for it. There is no escaping the righteousness of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So every wicked person out here, from these Edomites down to the wicked of our people, Hey, they're just building up that tab. So when the Most High drops that hammer on them, their judgment is going to be that much more severe. How are they brought into desolation? As in a moment, they are utterly consumed with terrors, as a dream when one awaketh. So, O Lord, when thou awakest, thou shalt despise their image. Hey, the Most High despises the system that these Edomites have set up, and in a very short while, he's about to take it down and all the wickedness that goes with it. And those that stood firm in Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, hey, they're going to be the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven, receiving 100-fold, as it says in Matthew chapter 19, of everything they gave up on this side to endure in the righteousness of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So again, to you sincere Akim and Akwat out there, hey, just keep strong, keep firm in the faith. Pray and fast and do whatever need be to not get weak in the spirit, but endure until the end, because we're almost there. And so with that, I hope this was an edifying lesson. And again, as always, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim and Akwat out there. Shalom.